Can you tell me what your name is and the name, where you get the name for your company, and what it all means to you, and what you want people to get from it?
Okay, my name is Modesty, Evelyn. The name of my company is Modest Concepts. I chose Modest Concepts because I want everything to be kind of modest, preserved, where everything's clean, crisp from the food that I make, to the designs, to the menus, and just to the people that I usually deal with.
And that's what you want them to take away from it?
That's what I want them to take away from it, that it's something that's modest, that's not overpowering, not something that's just a lot going on, that it's just simplicity. It's just like me, myself.
Well, so you must be modest because this food is the bomb.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, and
yeah, so I just want that modest effect of it, where it's good and it doesn't have a lot of ingredients and stuff like that. Just fresh, simple, but still enjoyable and delicious.
where does your cooking inspiration come from?
Like most people, from home, from family. Most of my family in Brooklyn owned restaurants. Both grandparents from different sides of the family owned restaurants. And just growing up, just always being in the kitchen with my grandma. And I was the first person in my, I feel like, to actually take it to like a professional career. So I think that's where my inspiration came from, where I wanted to just turn this into they have a feeling that this kind of work is more for peasants. So I wanted to show them that it's evolved, it's in a different age, and it's just something more beautiful than what it was before. You know, it's not just something just to get by. This is art.
Okay, cool. And the way you present it definitely comes off as obviously, meals and what, but art as well.
Yes.
What kind of flavors would you say you were around growing up?
Latin Caribbean flavors. My family's from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. All my friends are from Trinidad, Jamaica. So I just incorporated those flavors into what I've known and what I learned in culinary school to make my own twist of things. My own modest twist of things.
Yeah. When would you say you really realized that you can do this for a living?
I want to say when I was about 21, I lived in Florida, working for a catering company part-time, and just really enjoyed doing it. And I'm like, this is something that, as cheesy as it sounds, I was passionate about it. I could see myself waking up in the morning and not being upset about having to do this for a living. I enjoy doing it. I love to see the expression of people's faces when they enjoy my food, and I found joy in that. And I was like, I'm going to do this for a living. I like this. It's something that I can live with, that I will be aggravated about.
Unfortunately, you found it at a very young age, 21.
Yes.
So you've been doing it for a decent amount, enough to say you're an expert, probably.
I've been cooking for over 15 years. In the kitchen since I was 8.
There you go. So when you started, I guess when you were 8, what was it like then? You were just learning the basics and somebody was watching over you, or?
Learning the basics. I think the first thing I started cooking was arroz con pollo, which is a traditional Puerto Rican dish of rice and chicken. So
Yeah.
that's what we started learning.
You started at a catering company and then part-time. And how did you establish yourself and your brand? And were you always Modest Concepts, or were you something else before and then you went through an evolution of some sort?
Yes, I was. I went to culinary school. I graduated in 2009 from the Cordon Bleu, and I was an intern at the W in Buckhead at Market. 6 months after that, I kind of graduated into like the line leader and sort of like a sous chef in a way. And I didn't have the title, but I did everything as a sous chef. And then the chef that worked there, he took me under his wing, and we went to Spice Market, which was on the other W, and I started working there as a sous chef. And then he opened up his own restaurant in Buckhead Bottle Bar, and then from there, I was the opening sous chef under the chefs to open up Buckhead Bottle Bar. And I worked for about 2 years. And then after that, I just decided to just work for myself and I wanted to be creative in my own way. Like, I enjoyed working with all the chefs that I worked with and learning from them, but I just felt it was my time for me to just come out into my own Modest Concepts. I started my own company because because I started receiving clients. Like I wasn't trying to start the company. Like I just had people who didn't have time to cook on a regular basis and just looking for healthy alternatives to enjoy food. And I was preparing these meals for them, meal planning, and just I was doing parties, and it was just something that just kind of happened overnight. Like I just started getting all of this business, and I just decided to start doing it for myself. I was like, okay, then I've got a nice little clientele base. I was like, okay, now I think I can do this on my own. So I started doing events around the city. AMU was something that I started doing, which is the Atlanta Underground Market, and started gaining clients from them, and just started growing.
You said you do, and I noticed on your website and some of the content you have online, you do catering, which is sort of what it's evolved into now, even though it's not where it started at, but it's what is it, and personal chef. So can you explain that personal chef part, and how does that work?
Personal chef, each of my clients, I design customized menus depending on their palate, their diet, and their budget. And we go weekly with each client, and they tell me what they feel like eating during the week, or what's changed, or what's their dislikes. And then from there, we just design the menu, and I go food shopping for them. I prepare the meals in my home, sometimes in their home, and I drop them off, or I leave instructions for them in their homes on how to reheat them, and just make it real simple for them so they can just enjoy it without the complications.
And
that's
you
what I'm
work
here for.
by the week?
Yes, most of my clients are weekly. I have some clients, well actually just one client. Well, he wants it like for every 2 weeks, so I cook all the food and then he just freezes it, and he just one by one, he just decides. And there are a lot of bachelors, men with families, families who just don't have the time to cook. And then I also do events, people around the city, book signings. It just varies for so many different things that I've been blessed to just do so far. But yes, the personal chef just started something that was overnight that people started asking me to do because they knew I was a chef. And so, well, you should cook for me. And then from that,
Yeah.
just said, well, that's what it is.
And what's your favorite thing to make?
My favorite thing to make is very simple. As far as us being home, it's usually black beans, coconut rice, and grilled tilapia. And salad. That's something that we all enjoy. It's simple and it's good at any given time.
I think I would enjoy that. I said I think I would enjoy that. That sounds pretty good. How long does it take you to usually whip up a meal, let's say for a family of 4, just on any given
30
night?
minutes, 20, 30 minutes.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
And you said you have your go-to. Do you have any specialties or like anything that you only bring out seasonal? Anything like that?
All my ingredients that I work with are seasonal.
Okay.
I try to work with fresh organic ingredients. Nothing that has a long shelf life. So I just work with the seasons and see what it is, and from there I just incorporate it to my meal to try to find a new twist to what I usually like. But if it's not in season, it's just reinvent it in a way that I can.
And then what about, for example, let's say 4th of July, like barbecues and cookouts? I mean, that's more of what they would do, but is there anything you can supplement to that? Or Thanksgiving even? Like, do you do like Thanksgiving style meals around that time of year? You do? Yeah.
Yeah, whenever people ask for me to cook, I can.
Yeah.
So you try to say have Thanksgiving dinner 4th of July weekend?
I mean, or
That's what you want.
no, I'm just saying we could do both. Yeah, like Thanksgiving during Thanksgiving time, and then 4th of July dinner during that time of year in a couple months or whatever. But yeah, there's seasonal things that happen, and so.
I try to work with the seasons. I always read up and try to keep current on what's in and what's not. Just like fashion,
Yeah.
food.
Would you consider yourself a foodie?
Yes. I mean, some people don't like that term foodie, they dislike it, but I think it's whatever you feel. If you feel like you're a foodie, you feel like you're a chef, you feel like whatever it is, just own up to what it is. Yes, I'm a foodie, I'm a chef, I love food. It's something that's comforting, it's universal, no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, it's something that you enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Yeah.